Welcome to Beirut, the city of contrast, the city of layers, and the city of history. My name is Galal Mahmoud. I'm an architect. As an architect, my philosophy is about contextuality. Every time I work somewhere, I try to understand and read the culture I'm in.
By my side, you say, honey, let me take you for a ride.
This is the center of Beirut. This is the center where we were united, divided in different periods of time. And this is where everything is happening again. A lot of new buildings, a lot of remnants, unfortunate remnants of the Civil War, like the bullet-marked statue of our martyrs square. You know what's amazing in Beirut is that I'm always surprised, and every time I walk around the city and I see all of this history that is part of our own history. And this is, we're talking 6,000 years, 7,000 years of all the major civilizations that were here in this city, and they established themselves. Roman, Byzantine, Greeks, Ottomans, Persians, Phoenicians. It's all there, and it's surrounding us, it's beneath our feet. And one very good example is this cathedral that we're going to go and visit now, which is the St. George Cathedral, which has all these layers, one on top of each others, that were unearthed when they renovated this cathedral. Well, now we're beneath the cathedral, and I'd like to introduce to you Miss Layla Badr. Hello, Layla. Good to see you. Layla Badr is director of the museum at the American University of Beirut, and she has unearthed what we will see now. And we'll start, maybe, Layla, you want to show us around? Sure.
We preserved only this section because it's a very important one. It's part of the Roman road, the Cardo Maximus, which is a north-south main street.
It's quite amazing. This is where we walk every day. We have this under our feet all over the city.
Now we are in front of the medieval cemetery of the 12th century.
What's fascinating now is that, again, we have various periods that are just beneath a church. You have the church above us, and you have these 12th century tombs beneath us. We have a Byzantine mosaic just in front of us, and it's all staggered one on top of each other.
مشروع ليلى. We're a band in Beirut. The music that we play is indie pop in Arabic.
So right now we're on the campus of the American University of Beirut. Beirut doesn't have a lot of green spaces left, so this is quite particular. We went to college here, and it was only afterwards that we sort of noticed how much of a blessing it was to be around so much greenery and like this much of a sort of beautiful landscape.
Yeah, it's kind of jutting. Beirut is like a tip jutting out of Lebanon into the Mediterranean. And so
you're surrounded by water
exactly.
all the time, and you have like beautiful breeze coming from the sea all the time.
Beirut sort of is one of those places where there's so many micro-communities that you're constantly navigating that there isn't such a thing as one Beirut, right? I think for anyone who lives here, this is a fact of, sort of existing in the city. You have to navigate a lot of different identities, a lot of different communities, different codes.
I mean, Beirut's also like a good mentor, a good friend in the sense that the city is always pushing you to be a bit more tolerant or a bit more, willing to negotiate.
It is a very chaotic city. It's very charming. It has its own hidden places. It has its own share of history.
In the last decade, I feel, for independent music has been amazing in Lebanon. There's so many artists that are coming out and coming up with new stuff and creating bands, and there's a small but definite infrastructure that's starting to happen for these things. A lot of venues, a lot of small labels, a lot of small studios. It's an interesting time for music, I feel, in Lebanon.